We've reached the Sweet 16, and so far it's been mostly chalk in this year's March Madness tournament. Although there might not be many Cinderella runs this year, it has set up some great Sweet 16 matchups. Let's start with the championship rematch from last year, UConn versus San Diego State. Everyone loves a redemption story, but UConn has lived up to the number 1 overall seed with ease so far. They're ranked number 1 on KenPom and have the second highest point differential in the tournament so far at plus 56. Even though Dan Hurley isn't thrilled with his region of the bracket, or getting the early game, or pretty much anything for that matter, UConn should win comfortably with a 77% win probability from KenPom. Moving down the bracket, we have Illinois-Iowa State. Iowa State is slightly ahead of Illinois in almost every metric. They rank 6th in shot quality and 7 on KenPom. However, their point differential is plus 28 versus Illinois plus 42, but that's likely due to Illinois getting Duquesne in the second round. Their stats for the season are similar to each other. This game has a 97.1 BPI matchup quality with a predicted point differential of 2.1. This should be one of the closest games of the Sweet 16, but I think Iowa State's defense gets it done here. Next we have Alabama versus UNC. North Carolina comes into this game as a 4-point favorite with a 59% KenPom win probability. This should be an incredibly high-tempo game with a lot of points. Alabama ranks 4th in adjusted offensive efficiency, but 102nd in adjusted defensive efficiency. UNC has a lot of experience on the roster, and Alabama's defense just isn't good enough to hold off the Tar Heels in this one. Clemson versus Arizona should be more chalk. Clemson is coming off of a surprise victory over Baylor, but that is likely where their run ends. This matchup features the 23rd rank in KenPom and the number 4. Arizona has a great chance to make the Final Four, and I don't think the Tigers are going to be the one to stop them. On the other side, Duke is coming off of a blowout victory over James Madison, while Houston needed overtime to hold off Texas A&M. Duke is ranked 6th in KenPom while Houston is 2nd. Duke matches up pretty well with this 1 seed and have shot the ball well so far in the tournament, but Houston's physicality will most likely be too tall of a task for Jon Scheyer's squad. Houston has 17 Quad 1 wins this season. Duke is 5-4 in Quad 1. KenPom gives Houston a 60% win probability. I think they move on to the Elite 8. Marquette gets matched up with 11 seed NC State. Who are we to doubt DJ Burns and the Wolfpack after they won 4 games to win the ACC tournament and are still rolling to the Sweet 16? However, Marquette has a 70% KenPom chance of winning. I think this will be closer than expected, and I don't see the Golden Eagles advancing to the Final Four no matter who they get. However, they're good enough to win here. Purdue versus Gonzaga. These two met earlier in the beginning of the season, with Purdue winning that one by 10 points. Gonzaga just walked over a shorthanded Kansas team to reach the Sweet 16. Purdue has the highest point differential in the tournament at plus 67. They're taking care of business, and that should continue here with a 67% chance of winning. Before we look at the last matchup, make sure you subscribe to the Sports Not YouTube channel and hit the notification bell so that you're the first to know when we have new content. Tennessee and Creighton is arguably the best game of this round with a BPI matchup quality of 97.4. Tennessee is ranked 8 in KenPom and Creighton is 11. This should be a great game and come down to the wire. Tennessee has a 57.6% chance of victory. If you want to take an upset in the Sweet 16, this might be the game to do so. I'll take Creighton.